Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Rome 2 siege battle for you here today, and today we have two Getae forces on the defense. Alongside them is some Egyptians here, and they are facing off against not one, not two, but three Romes. And we're not even just got generic Romes, we do have Pompey's Rome here as well. So we do have I've forgotten which DLC it is. Isn't it like the Augustus DLC that adds like Pompey's Rome, Augustus' Rome, Antony's Rome, all those various different ones. So I think it's like that one. I've forgotten what it's exactly called, but the Augustus DLC. But we do have two generic Romes over on this side here, and they are attacking together, it seems. We've got a whole mishmash of sort of like Eagle cohort, Legionary cohort, it seems, auxiliary infantry, yeah, armored legionaries. Sort of generic stuff that you usually see when you just have Rome being brought. But yes, they are a very, very dangerous force, that's for sure. Rome is by far and away one of the best factions around. I mean, the game's named after them. They better be. But yeah, Rome is going into battle here, and they're already stuck in on the walls, facing off against Getae here. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can get done here. Can Rome break through? I mean, Getae and Egypt are some solid factions. I mean, Egypt can bring pikes, which could counter Rome quite nicely. And Getae's got some really strong heavy infantry, and like pretty good value infantry as well. Like their nobles aren't too expensive, but are actually pretty damn good. And the thorax as well can be a problem, but should be overwhelmed by most legionary units, I imagine. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this one goes down. I mean, will Pompey's Rome, because he's kind of spread out everywhere, will he get focused down? He's kind of like sending a lot of troops over the wall early on here. And I mean, this Getae player could probably just deal with a lot of these veteran legionaries early on, really weakening Pompey's Rome. And then they could turn around their forces and deal with the other Romes. There they are in blue, the boys in blue. It just reminds me of the old, like Rome 1, basically. It's like you've got the Scipii in blue, the Brutii in green, and then the Julii in red. It would be kind of cool if they had done that basically for the Augustus DLC. It's basically made like Rome 1 in Rome 2. Yes, if you're enjoying all things Rome 2 and would like to see some more epic siege battles on the channel, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And if you've got any good Rome 2 replays that you think, gosh, Pope, you need to check these out, and do send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description for that. Like, I do enjoy covering Rome 2. It's a really fun like game to cover. And it's definitely one of the Total Wars I played the most when growing up. I mean, along with a Rome 1, to be honest. I played a fair amount of Rome 1, and then when Rome 2 came out, I was like, my gosh, they've only gone and done it. And they've improved it to a certain extent. And there you go. Yeah, these legionaries here, I think they're getting focused down by, I was going to say by javelins, but I think there's also these Dacian bowmen here that are being, yeah, I was going to say that Dacia does have heavy bowmen available, and they have brought some as well. The Dacian bowmen over there already focusing down, trying to even up this fight here for the Axe Warriors, which I think they are doing quite nicely. Back on this side over here, it looks like Rome is going to win that isolated fight on the wall. Don't know really why. Getae really sent up one unit onto the wall, but he did. But yeah, the Legionary cohorts here have won that fight. And yeah, it's like Trajan fighting his Dacian wars. These armored legionaries here fighting against the Falxes and the Axes of Dacia. I don't know if they've actually bothered to bring any Falxmen. Oh, they have. They have. I was about to say I'll have a look for them, but there you go. Some Falxmen have been bought. Oh, that's great for the role play. I love that. I really do. But yes, it does seem as though the Legionary cohort here, they are just going to use all their Javies, and then they're going to just weaken up these Storios spears. I mean, they'd probably beat them in a one-on-one anyway without the Javies. But there you go. Storios spears going in. They're not going to wait for another Javi volley. I mean, the Storios spears have more Javies than the Romans. I think the Romans have more armor, so they'll inflict more losses. But there you go. The classic red versus blue. And yeah, the Storios spears, they're dropping a lot quicker than those Romans. And we've got Velites inside, so Rome has decided to bring Javelin Men. I mean, they are very strong, you know, their missile capability is really good, but obviously range is an issue, and they're already jabbing heavy spears, but they should be jabbing those Falxmen that are going in, and yeah, the Falcons are now being sent in, and they are going to start carving through these Romans. They don't have a very long shelf life though. Often they get focused down by missiles or in prolonged melee. These guys do start to die. They are very much like one of the exclusive shock infantry in Rome 2. Doesn't seem like a lot of them have got to the front line. A lot of them are still stuck back here. A few of them getting to the front. Their shock ability might have been wasted a little. But yeah, the 30 spears starting to lose already. The Falksmen, I mean, getting some kills. We'll get the HUD up so you can actually see they got 5 kills so far. Eesh. That is not so good. That is not so good. Back on this side here, Pompey's Rome has got off the wall. But he's not winning it seems. He's having a few problems. His veteran legionaries are sort of maneuvering around. He's getting focused down by archers and also being just attacked by these Galatians and just being killed off. Legionaries are winning though against the, it looks like the Egyptian infantry there. Oh, these armored spears. Oh, and there's Egyptians and armored spears. There's the same on the wall. I think the Axe Warriors, actually they're holding their ground. I think the missile ability, capability of the defenders here is really helping out. Like Rome, like Pompey's Rome needs to bring forward his own javelins. Oh, he's brought peltasts and levies. So he's also got javies. So that's going to be a problem. He's got Praetorians as well. Don't feel like Pompey's Rome should have Praetorians, really. They never formed the guard. But it does seem as though, yeah, they've got no missile sort of support, have the Romans, or they've got very little of it. So they're going to get out-missiled in today's game. That's going to be a problem for them. And yeah, these veteran leaders getting shot in the back by Dacian bowmen. I mean, they're racking up kills. 60 already. 85 with another one there. Yeah, these guys are getting some big kills. Or they're going to get big kills. And there's all Romans they're killing. What have we got in here? Oh, we got plebs! I didn't realize you could bring them into Pompey's Rome. That's hilarious. Oh, I mean, that is true cannon fodder. The angry plebs of Rome and other urban city centres have come out to fight in the name of Pompey. They're fighting alongside the other Rome here. It looks like they've got rid of that Galatian unit. They're already focusing down these Syrian archers. That is good from the Dacians here. Yeah, they're focusing down the actual range capability units that they do have. And the thing is as well with the Velites, they have less ammo, I'm pretty sure. Like these guys have 7 ammunition. These ones, and then they have 15 to the auxiliary Syrian archers. I think that's what they start on. Yeah, 15. So yeah, they're like gonna get out. They're gonna get through their ammo a lot quicker. More Velites back here. And they look like they just brought the 1 Syrian archer each potentially, then just like a bunch of Velites. It's a very strange build, I won't lie. Usually you just see Rome bring all Syrian heavy archers and then usually a barbaric slinger or something like that. Very interesting. I can imagine as Pompey's Rome, I understand. I don't think they do have access to archers really. It is more of a Javi faction, but yeah, that's rough. Rough for Rome. They've not brought much in the way of ranged stuff. Legionary's losing here as well. I mean, so are the Galatians. But yeah, I think the Legionary's getting shot in the back. Looks like a Karanian axeman. Actually, the Javi's going in, doing the damage on them. More Falksmen coming forward. And I think they're going to go in against this Legionary cohort here. I'm excited to see this charge. Go on, boys. Do Dacia proud. And you can see the Romans are falling back. They know that the armor piercing's pretty good. I mean, it's 38 melee attack, 39 weapon damage. It's pretty solid, but it's nothing incredible. I mean, the Romans here outscore them on melee attack, but not weapon damage. And in they go. And in go the Falksmen. I feel like they could do like a more armored one. Oh my gosh, the Javi's coming in is already depleting these poor Falksmen. I don't even think they were targeting them, but yeah, there you go. The Falksmen winning decisively. Apparently, I don't know how the Legionaries are still combat even then. But yeah, these guys cutting down, and that's why like you see like and like we see like records of like and like drawings of Romans. You see that they have like an armored like the armored Legionaries. You'll see we'll have them. We'll have a look at them later, and they have the armored arm basically in protection against the Falks. Legionaries feared the Falksmen so much that they started adapting their armor, so they actually added on that scale-like arm. And there you go. The Falksmen got outflanked and they did get killed. They got a mere 21 kills. It's a bit rough, to be honest, for them. That is not so great. There's still a lot of legionaries outside that have been, yet to be committed. A lot of eagle cohort as well. But these guys, and with the eagles here, the standard of the Empire, ready to go in. Where are the armored legionaries? Here they are. So we'll see if we can have a quick look quickly. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, you can see it literally on this guy here. You have like the armored arm, and it just basically protects the falcons against like a falc's like sort of piercing the armor, or at least doing maybe saving you from losing your arm at least. You might still get injured, probably have some bones being broken, but you might save your arm. That's the main thing. Thorax going in against Legionary Cohort. I mean, stat-wise, they are vastly different. 38 and 34 with 34 weapon damage against 47 melee attack with 35 weapon damage. Really, like I said, these guys are a joke. But they're actually very heavy. There's 75 armor and against 90 armor. I'd honestly like to see. I know that no one's ever doing any work on Rome 2 anymore, but I would have liked to see them demoted to heavy and maybe cheaper. The Ingo, it looks like Dacia here setting in some spears, heavy spears here against Galatians. I mean, they're just farming kills on these Velites. These heavy spears, they should get plenty of kills, just killing these Velites off. And, yeah, bit of a waste of manpower. Maybe we would have just held them back. For later on in the game, you never know. You could have used them for running down archers or something like that. But, yeah, it seems like Rome's struggling to make any sort of progress. Actually, I feel like, looking at where the body started, looks like Dacia's pushed back Rome on the side of... We've actually got Evocati from Pompey's Rome over here, too. Doing their bit, trying to cut them down. Speaking of Pompey's Rome, how are they doing on the other side? They have been kicked out. Pompey's Rome has been evicted from the settlement, and I'd hold your fire, whoever that is firing there. Yeah, Rhodian Singers, hold your fire, man. You're just hitting friendlies at this point. There's no veteran legionaries up there that you need to worry about. There's a couple of Praetorians and another Evocati that could go in, and there's a Mercenary Thurio Spear, but that is about it. And a Legatus as well that could potentially go in. And also, it looks like Pompey's Rome landed a unit all the way over here, a Mercenary Thurio Spear. And that's being dealt with by some noble swords. Those elite infantry that Dacia have available to them. And Falksmen. It looks like the Falksmen kind of got murdered. Yeah, they're down to 43. I feel like the Falksmen have not done that great. I feel like they could have done with a buff. I feel like in DEI, they make them much more stronger. I feel like they have different variants as well of like Falksmen. They have like noble ones and also just really like just dead cheap ones that you can just like these guys. But yeah, I don't think in Vanilla Rome 2 there is another like variant of Falksmen. I think the Adrian Kingdom have better options, but Dacia doesn't, funnily enough. Or like Gete, which are like Dacia's like famed for the Falcons. Yep, it seems like, I mean, Rome's getting legionaries off now, which is good to see. They're going to try and help these Velites out so they don't just get farmed. But Rome is actually going around this defense as well, which is really good by Rome, stretching the defenders. And actually going to see noble swords go up onto the walls to fight these legionaries here. I mean, they've had a lot of success with... They can get some archers over here. Here we go. I was going to say, get some archers over here. Some Rhodian slingers, they'll do. And they've been having some real success fighting the Romans on the walls and then shooting them. So if they continue to do that on this flank here, they could, you know, inflict a lot of losses. And yeah, I mean, Dacia needs to start thinking about shifting over forces back over to the other side. I think what he has here could probably hold. I mean, I'll maybe shift some of the archers back across. But yeah, I think the infantry they have here is more than enough. They have another Falcons unit here, which is good to see. You know, I want to see like one of them do insanely well. Maybe get like triple figures. They've got plenty of noble swords as well, still to be committed. But it does look like, since I was talking about pikes for Egypt, Egypt didn't bring any pikes. He's brought Galatian Royal Guard, which is good. Iranian Axeman. He's got plenty of those still to go, which they're not great, but they have a lot of Javies, which Javies are an army killer. They are so useful. And everyone has them, which I don't really like in Rome. Like, everyone just has Javies. Like it should be like a couple of spears, like the Thurio Spears should have them, the Roman infantry should have them. and maybe some other light infantry, you know, to give them a pack-a-punch. Karate and Axemen I could see as being fine having them, but I don't like the idea that just like every single unit, like even like the heavy Oath Swarm, have them. Like just like you don't need Javies as the Oath Swarm. They already, you know, they pack a punch with their melee stats. Some of these legionaries that have already got off the wall, they're dying already. Heavy spears are now losing that fight, but Galatian swords then might, you know, stabilize that, and the noble swords here look like they're doing okay. But yeah, the legionaries need to start being focused down on the walls. That's what they need to start doing. Let's just try and get a bit of an angle on the wall. They are, yeah, trying to do their bit up there. I mean, yeah, Rome's still got plenty of reserves to get on this side here. I mean, Pompey's Rome sort of defeated, but not out yet. He's still got some forces remaining. Still got these Evocati here that are actually just freshening themselves up, but they are getting focused down. But they are in Testudo, so making good use of their formations and actually stopping the enemy from even inflicting a single loss there. So yeah, looks like they're alternating legionary units at the moment, just letting the fresh unit go in and fight and letting the other one get a bit fresher and then sending it back in. And the defenders can't do that, or at least they don't seem like they have the capability to do that at the moment. They've got a noble sword here that's in combat. Whether they'll fall this one back and let this one go in, maybe they'll do the same. We'll see. They might do. I mean, stat-wise, that's a noble sword's 43 against 43 melee attack, 45 weapon damage. That is. I mean, these legionary cohort are up to 262 kills. They have 50 melee attack. I think that's because they got the extra chevron. And then, yeah, they have 50 melee defense. That's fine, just a generic one. Yeah, 47 against 47 melee attack, 35 weapon damage. So they have better melee attack to the Romans, but, yeah, worse weapon damage. And that's just the legionary cohort. You still got the nasty ones coming, like the armored legionaries, which have got, yeah, 35 weapon damage. So they're actually not great on that, but they have 58 melee attack. Is very, very nice. And they're super armored. Can't forget that. They are like one of the most heavily armored units in the game. They need a Kush. They're just, you know, armor piercing these Romans. It's a perfect game for Kush. I imagine if any of the defenders had gone Kush, then there would not have been a single Rome on the battlefield. Players know well and truly that Rome and Kush are a bad matchup, and it's not in favor of Rome. I mean, to be honest, any heavily armored faction, like a Greek faction as well, won't do well against Kush. Like the barbarian factions are the ones you want to use against Kush, really. Yep, getting stuck in. It actually looks like, yeah, I think it is Pompey's Rome that is staying in combat, and yeah, you can see the legionary cohort is retreating. It will inflict some losses, and actually, yeah, you can see the Getae unit, I think, because it's still wanting to attack that Roman unit over there, that they are kind of dragging through a little bit. They are pulling through a little bit, but I don't think it's on purpose. I think that's just more that they had an attack order on the other unit. So you need to be aware of that. Yeah, he actually is, yeah, managed to, and he's actually, by doing that, he's actually got himself encircled. Very cheeky from the Roman player, but I mean, it's kind of like on the Roman, it's on the Getae player to pay attention to is micro. Because now this unit's going to get surrounded and probably killed off. I mean, I imagine this legionary cohort will go in a moment. Maybe not. I mean, the Getae players could also encircle the Evocati here. But we'll see what they do. I mean, they have 106 kills, not too bad before they die. There you go. I think that was just more Falksmen going in. They got 29 kills. Oh my gosh. These Falksmen are not doing anything. They are really not. And there you go. Yeah, the legionaries are going to encircle those noble swords. Finish them off. Or maybe not. They changed their mind in the last second. It's not saving their legionaries here. That are getting surrounded now by angry Dacians. No, they're going to Javi them instead. That makes sense. I mean, they're Javying their own legionaries as well. That's they're just killing friend and foe there. And so that was a great idea. And yeah, I mean, for some bizarre reason, Pompey's general has gone all the way over to the other side. The Legatus there. But yeah, he's keeping his forces here. Is he going to try another assault? I mean, he might. There's not many Dacians here, but they still have archers that can, you know, pose a threat. The Javies, I guess, for Pompey's Rome, if you can get them on the walls and jabbing down into other combats, could be of use. But we'll come back to that, see whether he actually is advancing to the walls, just maybe getting a little closer. Eagle cohort now in the building. I can see the banner. Raise it high. Let the men be rallied by the eagle. Yeah, the noble swords here holding the line. A good matchup for the eagle cohort. Again, they're outdone by weapon damage, but melee attack. The eagle cohort is better off. And armor-wise, I think, yeah, ever so slightly better than the noble swords. Noble swords are 87, but I think that's a buff for some reason. Eagle cohort 90. Yeah, they should be at 80, should the noble swords, usually. And yeah, it doesn't look like good on this flank here. We've got auxiliaries coming in. A strange choice of unit to bring, but I guess maybe they thought we'll bring some spears in case of a cav sally out or something like that, but no cav sally out appeared. Or maybe there's just some spare cash, I don't know. But yeah, the auxiliaries now being sent in. Don't know why they weren't sent in first before the legionaries, to be honest. That usually is how it works IRL. The auxiliaries go in because they're not Roman citizens. They soften up the enemy, and then you send in the legionaries to finish off the job. Yeah, you can see the auxiliaries. They're not going to break through these noble swords here. They're going to get absolutely butchered. There you go. Yeah, the auxiliary's losing, or at least one of them is losing. I mean, I imagine they're going to kill off all these guys. These noble swords are probably going to get some good kills. Balance power is still way in favor of Rome, I like to say. Dacia is holding, or Dacia and Egypt are holding on by a thread, I'd say. They're doing okay, but I think it just needs one, like, you know, really good push here by the Romans, and they'll break through somewhere. The center's looking probably the most likely, I think. They've got a lot of units here. Eagle cohort. I mean, also the Romans, I mean, they are just, you know, known for true grit and determination. Like, you just keep throwing heavily armored infantry against the defense, and the defenders never usually have as much so that they can throw back. So Rome, over time, through sheer losses, will win. Will that be the case today? I don't know. They've not got very far into the city, granted. And these Eagle cohort have been losing. They're not winning this fight. They're seeing more of them going in here. I mean, this would be a perfect target for, like, archers. If we get good angles into these guys, I mean, maybe here. If we could set up archers here and just shoot into the side, that'd be what I'd do. What have we got here, though? We've got, yeah, Cretan archers. Yeah, I mean, also over here. Just start to, like, side shot this massive flank here. They do a lot of damage. They change this fight around in a blink of an eye. It looks like Pompey's Rome. He's landing once again. He is going to go in, and he's going to, you know, maybe just hold some of these Dacians in place so they can't go and reinforce their allies. But actually, it does seem like he's also going to send some of his troops, some of his Praetorians, and some of his range units to the other front. They're going to be a while until they get there, though. But there is a Praetorian and an Evercardi going over this wall. Definitely a dangerous force, but I don't think it's enough. And he's still giving a Thuria Spear. Oh no, that's also going to the other side by the looks of it. And yeah, you can see the Dacians surrounding these guys. Axe infantry, axe warriors, dealing with these guys easily enough. Cut them down, boys. Oh, we get a green tint, I think, as the thing's been captured there. That's horrible to look at. And then, yeah, it looks like, I mean, the Dacian bowmen should really just deal with these guys. Just focus them down. Just shoot these Romans to the side. Finish them off. The legionaries now landing behind the Dacians, though. They might be able to cause a bit of a problem. We'll see. Egypt's got a tiny little Egyptian infantry up there. We're going to have to see some Falksmen maybe on the wall. They might do okay on the wall. I don't know. Maybe that's what their calling is. But we'll come back and have a look at Pompey in a moment. But now we'll just enjoy these Eagle cohort make an uphill assault on these heavy spears. Yeah, they're, I mean, they're heavy spears, I imagine. Oh, armored spears. They're not even heavies, they're armored. They're also heavy at spear infantry. That's kind of funny that they have a heavy spears and an armored spears. Yeah, Rhodian Sling is also in melee, so out of ammo. Only got 106 kills. At least I hope they're out of ammo. Because, yeah, that's a waste of a Rhodian Slinger otherwise. Looks like they have been forcing back the Romans on this wall here as well, the noble swords. 130 kills and still have 115 men. Very nice. Very, very good kill ratio for them. And if they can keep support on the walls here from archers, they can keep pushing them back along the walls. Yeah, I want to see more archer support around here. These Cretans have got into melee there. They must be out of ammo then as well. Where are the rest of the Quranian axemen are out? And where are the rest of their archers? Are they out of ammo? Let's have a look. These guys still have their bows out. That's usually a sign that they still have ammo. So that's Dacian heavy bowman with ammo. There's another Dacian bowman here. That also looks like it's got its... Oh, no, they got swords out. They look like they might be out of ammo.
Get running!
I don't know about the rest, though. These guys have got their swords out, so they're out of ammo as well. These guys have ammo. They are literally shooting as we speak. So yeah, they're shooting and trying to support against the Praetorians here, which are winning. So the Evocati. It's not looking good here. Maybe they withdrew a little too early to Dacia. But they were needed on this other side. They are desperately needed here. Because it is pretty much one Dacian player left, and the Egyptian player, he's got his Thorax Galatian Royal Guard yet to go in. Got a Thorax bodyguard there as well. Oh, but look at this. Dacia's won here. Dacia's pushed hard. And yeah, they can really threaten in a moment. Legatus is the only thing outside the walls. There's nothing that can really come through this breach and contest that. And yet the auxiliaries have been forced back. And yet they are winning here. So now a flanking opportunity can happen for Dacia. I mean, balance of power says obviously that Romans got it way in advance, but a lot of their forces are over there and are traveling around. They're going to take their merry old time getting here. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, there are still plenty of Romans though. There's so many Eagle cohort here that can go in. It's ridiculous. And there's not a lot holding back this center now. It's going to have to be the Egyptians soon to go in with most of these units to hold these guys back. Like I said, the center looks like it is going to be the first to crack if anything cracks. This flanking move has got to draw a lot of forces away, and soon. And the general might need to be killed off. There's a general and bodyguard here that could be sniped by missiles like these Dacian heavy bowmen. I think these ones still had ammo. Yeah, they do. So yeah, these guys need to start thinking about sniping that general bodyguard. He's already taken losses, so he's obviously vulnerable. Yeah, the auxiliaries here, they're going to get murdered. There you go, they are gone. And now it's, yeah, the general bodyguard, he's running for his life. I think he saw, obviously, the danger very early on. I think he's just trying to rally the guys. And then in go some armored legionaries. These guys have got plenty of experience with the Dacians. We'll see what they can do. I mean, they are doing okay. 221 kills left, Noble Sword. Very nice. Get the rest of them up there. Just keep throwing them all in. I mean, the Noble Sword, general, I mean, I guess keep him there. Just watch the Legatus, but could something else, maybe lighter or a smaller unit do that? I mean, I would be wanting to get my get that general in combat, to be honest. He's a really good unit and also put a lot of pressure. And the Romans, to be fair, actually, now looking at it on paper, they've got a lot of weakened units in the center here. Still got a fair few Eagle cohort, but yeah, they have got quite a few weakened units. The center, though, is, like I said, where the danger is. There's still a lot of Eagle cohorts smashing on this way here, and still all looking very healthy. So that is the real danger, I think. Also, the war fight looks like it's now going out of favor of Dacia. I don't know. Everyone looks like they might be losing on that wall. That is how war goes. Everyone is a loser. No one is a winner. And there you go, Legionary cohort over here as well, being swamped by archers and spears. That's a win for the defenders. Like, those guys should not really be beating Legionary cohort, but they are. I mean, this unit has also got 330 something kills. It has done its money's worth. And there you go, the general has gone in, and they're not defending the breach anymore. I mean, whether the Pompey general is really going to risk himself. Bowmen look like they've also fallen back. They're now over here by the looks of it. It looks like they're not going to be just, you know, sacrificed. I mean, yeah, so the Pompey's general can't really do a lot. Legion cohort here. This Dacian player might have pulled through by the looks of it. Just a little bit. I mean, I don't think he's flanked at all here. And if anything, it's costing him his unit. Like, it's 71 shaken attacked in the rear. And this Legion cohort, yeah, granted it's losing, but they've still lost a very expensive noble sword. It's got 277 kills, yeah, but you can still got more there. The Romans seem like they're on the back foot a little bit now. There you go, yeah, Legion cohort. 56 of them left against 156 noble swords. They are not going to hold for long, especially if that other noble sword goes in. And then, in fact, the Legatus is going to go through the gate for the Pompey's road. Interesting, interesting. I think I would have got in to the settlement and just tried to, you know, stretch the defenders. Galatian Royal Guard now on the front lines with their thorax. See more Javies coming in. I think it's the Royal Thorax there and their Javies, also archers here, trying to do damage to these Romans. Some of them are losing. This noble sword here has to continue this attack here, I think, to just give it some sort of, like, you know, backing, some impetus, because I think they could break through if they just send that one noble sword in, send it in, they really could back that up. I think the Egyptians can hold here. This Thorax is, you know, dying, but they've got a better Thorax in reserve, and we still got Dacians now arriving. So yeah, it looks like those units, they did manage to defeat Pompey over here. Wow, very, very nice. I don't know how, but they have, with very little left, and I imagine a lot of archer ammo being used up. It looks like as what was the case. Where's that Falx unit? Here, it's got 1 kill, still a healthy unit. I want to see that go into action. There you go, Noble Spears being sent in. I don't know why he brought the Noble Spear General. I mean, I would have brought the Noble Swords, absolutely. They're so much better. I mean, yeah, melee attack 32, weapon damage 30. They're not going to do a lot against his Eagle cohort, I would have thought. We've got 339 kills and still have 111 men. Insane. Some of these units have done really, really well. I mean, it's so close right now. Either side could really win this one. I mean, Pompey's Rome arrives soon. Then, you know, they could really make a difference. And these guys all have ammo, you got to remember. All these peltas and levies, they still have ammo that can be used to sort of help break a choke point down. So they need to be moving. They should not be stopping it. They're fresh. Keep moving. This general over here is still winning as well against armored legionaries. This is what I'm saying. These noble swords, they're good. They're pretty cheap as well, because, like, for a heavy infantry unit, or very heavy. We've got Syrian archers now going in. They're going to try and, I guess, you know, help out against the general. I mean, I'm going to see the noble sword. I think he was more concerned that if this choke point is broken, the cap point is right here. I think they have enough. The Balksmen have arrived here. They could, you know, do their bit. Taking some losses now. I wonder if that's from Javies. Yeah, the noble swords here. They're going. I mean, I think, like I said, I think they made a mistake there. I think they should have kept them over here. They could have really like made it. You could have made a flank now. There's a big gap there. We could have just joined the fight, and then you could have encircled what is left of Rome. And they could have kicked these guys out before even Pompey's Rome arrives. By putting him here, I think just, you know, continues the status quo. I mean, the Galatians are winning this fight. We're going to see fresh Eagle cohort go in. I think they hold these Eagle cohort here. The Galatians, the bodyguards of the pharaohs. They're fighting against one of the pharaoh's greatest rivals in Rome. Going to try and give ground to the Eagle cohort, fight across this health unit's going to try and fight across a very broad front here. The other one's got like, yeah, 28, 67, 32. Yeah, they are not healthy. Could do with a general up there, maybe giving them some morale, inspires. And here come the Javis now for Pompey's Rome. They need to get in here and fast. This Eagle cohort over here, I think that does not need to be over on this flank. This Armored Legion here should contend with all of these Dacians. Send this Eagle cohort back towards this flank, because this general is about to break through and he's about to start killing other generals. And for some reason, this general has dismounted and is now an infantry unit. Why has he done that? I'm going to see Falksmen as well shift around this way. Really good to see. Really good. I mean, the Javis, though, could just decimate that unit. You do need to be careful of that. And there you go. Legatus has gone in. He's charged the general here. Might have inflicted some losses. The cav is just not that strong in Rome too. It's not like Attila, where cavalry just is supreme. And I think the Legatus in prolonged melee should lose this one, I imagine. I don't know. Well, noble swords are, you know, we're losing for a moment. Maybe we're going to cycle charge here. I mean, if the Javis, if the levies turn and start jabbing this station unit down, that would be very, very good. Do some good damage. Oh, and the other Legatus coming in from the other side. Really good there from Pompey's Rome. They are smashing up this general. I think he has, just died there. That is that Dacian general dead. But I don't think he has anything left of an army, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, really nicely cleaned up there by the Romans. The Dacians sent in their Falxers. They're going to try and cut down Pompey's general, and it looks like they will. They are doing some serious damage here. Look at that. And I'm sure that, general has died. That is Pompey dead. And then, the Falksmen there proving their worth, being very good anti-cav, that's for sure. Very, very good. I think it's 0 bonus versus infantry. They should definitely get a bonus versus infantry. And probably a bonus versus cav. And they're very, very dangerous. The levies on the front lines now, trying to javvy these Royal Thorax. Got to be careful they don't javvy their own men, though. The Eagle cohort are losing still across most of this front. This general is now, the Legatus back in here. This is the mounted one. Or he was mounted, he's dismounted as well. Why? I don't think they are that great as infantry, but we'll see. And I think, that noble sword's breaking. It's actually just trying to get to the missiles, kind of pulled through to get there, and it's died. This Falx, though, going in, should do a lot of damage. I would have thought to these, like, Onager crew and also the Legatus here. Yeah, they brought a heavy Onager as well, of all things. My gosh, they really cashed out on that. Yeah, they should cut these guys down. These Falcons actually might be the first to get 100 kills. There you go. That's a Roman general dead as well. So that one just in there. He's been massacred. I don't know if he's still got any units left. I think the other Legatus or the other general and bodyguard has all the troops. They need to be careful. These Falcons need to charge soon. These Peltas are distracted. They're firing into the center at the Egyptian general here. These Falcons need to go in and just kill those Peltas or silence them so they don't get shot themselves. The Romans have got to come back uphill if they want to come and fight these noble spears up here. It's probably the right move for the Dacians. You know, they stay on the high ground. Levies breaking there, and in go the Falksmen. They are going to silence these Peltas. The Falksmen are losing. They got 100 kills though, so good on them. I think they're losing because of the towers over there. Yeah, Mercenary Peltas, they are winning that fight. I'm surprised by that. I'm not gonna lie. But there's pretty much nothing on the front lines over here now in the center. They nearly broke through to the Romans here. They really nearly did, and they've just been pushed back. I think loss of generals has not helped. But also, I think no range. Like the range they brought, like the Velites instead of Syrian archers and Balearic slingers, that's cost them. Like the Javis aren't so great, and they definitely just either used up all their ammo or just got focused down very easily. Against like a pretty decent bow, well, good bows in the Cretans, and then a pretty decent one in the Dacian heavy bowmen as well. They messed up there, I think, with the Romans, in not bringing any of their own bows. And yeah, you can see the Praetorians are just going to get here. I don't even think they're going to see action. I honestly think we're going to see a mass trial maybe before then. Oh, actually, I don't know. There's 4 minutes left. Probably these guys are going to see action. I guess the Praetorians, if they get in here, could make a difference. The Romans still are looking like they're going to win this. Balance of power is still way in their favor. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. It's hard to say. If that other general dies, though, he is. That is costly. But yeah, Pompey's without a general. So they could break any moment. Actually, so is Egypt. Egypt's without a general. So yeah, actually could go either way. These mercenary pelters are surely going to get killed off or rout pretty soon. These noble swords here should massacre them. But we'll see. It still could go either way. If this general here for Getae dies, which he's not at the moment, he's actually winning his fight. And we'll see whether they can push on here. I mean, there's another armored legionary still to go in, a pretty healthy one. Getting javied as they come in by mercenary peltas. This might be a big ask here for the Dacian player. Here they go, noble spears doing that bit, but it might not be enough. Mercenary peltas over here, they are losing. And I think that might be the general. Yeah, has just died for Dacia. It could go either way. Now, Rome might still win this. That is insane how close this one has got. What is Dacia bringing over here? Oh, they've got a Dacian bow. Has this got ammo left, or is it just re-rallied? If this is ammo, that's huge. No, they don't. They have no ammo. These peltas are losing against the thorax. And also these noble swords, but this mercenary Thurios here is actually doing a lot of damage now. And the Praetorians are yet to still come in, these guys. Yeah, they could be army killers. They might be the ones to do it. There you go, look at that Eagle cohort routing. General, though, might die here, and that might cause a bit of a rout for the last few generic Rome units. It's then Pompey's Rome that would be left. I don't know how this is going to go. As ever so slightly shifted in favor of the forces of Dacia and Egypt there. This general's still alive, and the armored legionaries finding that noble spear there. The noble spear is without a general. They have nothing left to fight for, apart from an honourable death. They're actually falling back. Why? Why are these guys falling back, allowing the cycling troops out, trying to get charge bonuses? I don't know. I don't think this is a good idea. I mean, just losing unnecessary legionaries. And again, another push here. See, Egypt's resting up his Galatians a little bit. They're tired, and he's also resting up the thorax. The noble swords here, 46 of them holding back a horde of Praetorians and Thurios spears. What a nightmare for them. Galatians, they're going to go in for a side charge here into the side of these Thurios. And they go. Fighting over these lion statues here, and there you go. I think that is the noble swords, yeah, routed. 38 of them left, and I think, yeah, there we go. A mass rout is about to take place, and it looks like the legions of Rome are going to be successful here and defeat Dacia in this one, but my god, was it a close one. Super, super close. I mean, the Romans had pretty much nothing left. I thought the Romans had lost it, but it looks like, I mean, the sheer amount of infantry they just had was enough. I still think they could have won it much easier if they just brought archers. There you go, a valiant defeat for the defenders. This one was sent in by Fire Banshee, who was playing as one of the Getae players. So well done to him and to the rest of his team. They did a really good job, put up a really good defense, but just wasn't quite enough in the end to stop the Romans. I mean, yeah, Fire Banshee got 2,000 kills. Sorry, did very, very good. I mean, his noble spears got 166 kills, which I'm surprised with that spear unit. The Dacian bows getting 141, 152 kills. And then the Falxman 141, his got anyway. This is pretty solid. And then the Mercenary Axe Warriors 130 kills, 118, 272 kills with the Noble Swords here, 257 with another one. Then we have Mr. Purple playing as Egypt, getting 143 kills with the Royal Thorax Swords. His Mercy Cretans 108 kills, his Rhodians 115. I just realized he brought 3 range. He's not bringing the typical 4 range units. That like Dacia brought, so I definitely feel like he missed a trick there. Should have brought another Cretan. His Galatian Royal Guard 144 kills, pretty low for them actually. Outscored by the Galatian Swords here, 161, 167. His Thorax getting like no kills, getting rolled aside. One got 105 though, which I guess is okay. Then we have Normal playing as Getae, 306 kills with the Noble Sword here, General. That is very, very good kills. 210 kills with heavy bows. 146 with another one there. His Falxman, which he really spammed out. Yeah, none of them really got massive kills. Whether he should have brought something else, I don't know. But yeah, they did not get many kills. His Heavy Spears, one of them got 122 kills, 91 kills with the Mercenary Axe Warriors, and then one of his Noble Swords got 311 kills. Then we have Black Coffee playing as Pompey's Rome, 189 kills with the Mercenary Peltas, 167 with the Mercenary Peltas here. Is Evercasi getting 131, Legionaries 107. Mercenary Thurios, 108 kills. The Praetorians, yeah, didn't get many kills because one got massacred and the other one just didn't see action. And then, yeah, his Veteran Legionaries, 119 kills. So we have Grief playing as one of the Roman armies. His Archers getting 158 kills. Actually, he did have more Syrians. He actually did have a lot of Syrians. They just died, or they didn't seem like they were present at all. 158 kills with one of them though, still pretty low kills for these guys. And then Quote brought all Velites, which I think he should have brought all. He brought a lot, 6 Velites. My gosh, should have brought instead he should have brought Archers. But yeah, one of the Velites did get 113 kills, 120 with another there, so they did okay, I guess. But I feel like Archers just a better range, better options as you use them. Armored Legionaries here getting 160 kills. His Eagle Cohort 126. 307 with the Legion cohort here, 240, 294. I mean, he got some insane kills, 364. Yeah, most he's got all triple figures there, his Legion cohort. And then Grief, I forgot to actually look at his kills, but 352 kills there with one of his Legion cohort. And his Eagle cohort, 396. 205, 239, some solid kills there for Grief as well. But there you go, guys. That is today's Rome 2 battle. If you did enjoy this siege battle, want to see more, do remember leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show support. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.